Welcome back. This is the incredibly simple, effective, and bright Wuben PL01. Quick disclaimer. Wuben sent me the product for free and I do get to keep it or sell it at the end of the review, but my opinions are my own. First off, let's talk about the build quality. The build quality feels great. Exactly what you'd expect from a flashlight of this size and shape. The size is a double AAA internal baton style flashlight. The body is made out of metal and feels very tough. The button feels nice and clicky, exactly what you'd expect from other flashlights with this rubber style button. If you've used a flashlight similar to this before, the controls feel intuitive and natural, easy to figure out without the manual. I'll go into that later. So it comes with a manual, it comes with a lanyard, it comes with a USB to USB-C cable, and it comes with 2 spare O-rings. And I think that's pretty stellar move by Wuben. A lot of companies wouldn't actually give spares, so that's pretty cool. Here is a banana for scale. Please subscribe. Guess what? I wrote a children's book called Who Says Pooh? It's a funny, read-aloud children's book about words in different languages that sound phonetically like the English word poo. Buying a book today helps support my channel. And also, you'd brighten up my day a whole bunch. Link is in the description. Now back to the video. So let's talk about the functionality. The pocket clip is great. I like the style of pocket clips that kind of curve like this so that there's multiple ways you can put them in a pocket for depending on how you want to take it out. And you can also use it on a hat. So here is my hat. You can take it and let's say you want to stick it on this hat. You can see here it goes on and it feels relatively secure, but because it's such a tiny little clip, it really curves out when it's on there, but it's not going anywhere. It feels really secure. This is super simple and effective operation. One press turns it on, one press turns it off. While on, you can half press to change through 4 different modes. The light is a white light and it has 4 modes, and I like the simplicity of that operation. High mode has 650 lumens for 1 minute, then dims down to 150 lumens for an hour at full charge. I will talk more about this in the negatives section, but I do like that it gives you this high output option, and I'm going to show you what the dim down from 650 lumens to 150 lumen looks like. This is medium mode. It has 150 lumens and will go for 2.5 hours at full charge. This is low mode. It is 50 lumens for 7 hours at full charge. And finally, moon mode. It has 1 lumen. It runs for 125 hours at full charge. I think moon mode is great for like nighttime trips to the washroom where you don't want to disturb other sleepers or hurt your night vision. When you turn it on and off, it will remember its last setting. According to manufacturer, this has a IP68 rating. That is not something that I ever use, so I don't test that, but others have tested that and found it to be effective. So battery and charging, you take that lid off. It comes with a 600 milliamp hour battery. That says that is a 10880. And it's a USB charge. When you stick in the USB in there, it's a little tough to get in because it doesn't go into the center of it. It goes off to the side, and there is a little red light. That means that it is charging, and when it is fully charged, it will show you a green light. The manual says it goes from 0 to full charge in 1.5 to 2 hours. I got about 1 hour, 36 minutes of a charge off complete dead. When you run it on AAA's instead of this, it only has 3 modes instead of 4, which is something that I just found out. I did not notice that in my testing. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's just something to be aware about if you're going to run it on AAA's. You won't get the full capabilities of this light. I think it's missing its moon mode. So I'm going to come over here. So you can see here, the beam angle is actually pretty narrow. Exactly what you see on camera is more or less what I am seeing. And you can see here, the edges of the beam right around here have this kind of orangey pink ring. But when you go out further and further, you can see that the ring that was there goes away. So that chromatic aberration kind of ring comes back, you can see it here, at about a distance of 8 feet, that ring goes away. So if you need to use this up for closer things and you don't want that chromatic aberration beam on the sides of the beam, then this isn't it. But again, to give you an idea, this is more or less exactly what I'm seeing in camera to my eyes. Here's what it looks like outside at night. Here's what it looks like off. Now moon mode. Low mode. Medium mode. And finally, high mode. So negatives, if you keep repeating it every minute when this lowers down in brightness, if you keep resetting it to high mode and you keep getting the 650 lumens output every 1 minute, the light head gets quite hot and uncomfortable to hold, and a lot of the other light actually becomes uncomfortable to hold. I include this into the negative side because usually LEDs that have time limiting function on their highest setting do this due to heat issues. And running an LED with improper cooling at its highest setting can reduce the lifespan of the LED emitter itself. Another negative is that there's no way to see the battery charge percentage of the light. Even if you take out the battery, there's nothing to press. Most flashlights of this type also don't show that, so that isn't a total negative compared to the competition, but I figured I'd mention it. And finally, there's no strobe mode. This isn't a total negative for many people, but it is definitely a feature I think is expected in a light of this form factor. It would have been nice to have it as a 5th mode. Sometimes in life, it's easy to overthink things and overcomplicate something, and I think we can all learn something from this light to just try to keep things a bit more simple in life. And if you like this light, but wish it had a ton more features, was tinier, check out the review I did of the Wuben G5 flashlight. Thanks for watching.